Good evening. This is the SoulOhm service.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to another edition of the SoulOhm service. Hope you are all right. We have a special guest this evening. This evening we have Mr. Bill Cox from the 50 Vapes Facebook group. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Evening, Mark. I'm very well. Yourself?
I'm not too bad at all. Good evening, chat. We'll be doing some questions. There will be a competition as well. If you've got any questions for Bill, please put them into chat. Bill's on his actual mobile phone, so he won't be able to see the chat. So obviously, BFG, Orion's Braces will be keeping an eye on your questions. So if I do miss it, I do apologise. Yeah, I'm all right, Bill. You always like to get that bit over and done with. Little bit of news. Sorry I wasn't on last week, but I haven't been too well. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, everything's going to resume as normal. So I'll just quickly say hello to everyone in chat. Adam, good evening, Adam. Hello. Lethal Coils, hello. We've got one of ours in.
Christopher, how you doing, mate?
Orion, good evening to you. BFG, good evening to you. Bill, Grumpy, Goober, got to say hello to Goober. Good evening. And we've got Goobers from America, and Timmer. We've got we've got a certain gentleman in the chat that's from Dubai as well. So good evening to you. Smurf, good evening. And yeah, I keep on doing that as well. I'm still on top, chap. Thank you, Orion, for reminding me. So, Bill, I've got to ask you, that it's the traditional thing that we do on a live show. What are you vaping on?
Well, I'm vaping on Paranormal 250C with a Blitzen RTA, and I'm finishing off the last of my Twister Lolly.
All right.
Also got my trusty drag with the Falcon tank on it.
Ah, the Falcon tank. We were speaking about this before. So the Falcon tank. Tell me more, because I've never had one.
Well, I kept seeing reviews saying that the flavour on this is amazing, and you know, for a SoulOhm tank, it's superb. So I thought I'd give it a whirl, and I have to say, in this I've got the M2 coil, which is wood pulp and organic cotton blend, and it hardly takes any initial wicking. I believe 5 minutes. And the flavour, I've got to say, is almost as good as an RTA.
Really? Blooming heck.
Not quite as good as a dripper, but an RTA, you're getting close.
So how much are the coils? Are they expensive?
No, I paid £10 for free.
Oh, that's not bad then.
No, it's not bad. I mean, and the first one's lasted me a good 3 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I just literally reviewed the Freemax mesh coil. Honestly, I am so impressed. I mean, I'm a dripper man, full through and through, like. But for stock coils, absolutely gorgeous. I was looking on site though. The single mesh coil, that's about a tenner for 3. The triple, the dual, I think that's another £2 on top of that. Then if you go for the triple, it's another £4 on top of that for 3 coils. I thought that's
quite expensive.
That's getting a little bit too expensive, but really nice stock coil, and I'm not a big fan of stock coils at all. So, what else did you say you were vaping on?
I've got the drag, I've got the Paranormal. I'm on Twister Lolly, but I'm waiting now. I've just mixed this.
Ooh.
And this is my favourite, that one. And I've just got to wait for that to come round now.
Excellent. Right, I best tell everybody what I'm vaping on, haven't I? I've got a few more than you. Okay, in the next half an hour, here we go. Right, I've got me Drop RDA with me Raiders mech. I do love this one. Really do like this one. In this one, I have got the MFPB, which is basically my peanut butter. It's like peanut brittle. Really is nice, that one. And I'm not a big peanut fan, to be honest with you. I've also got my knuckle with me Enforcer. Oh, I just love it. Absolutely love it to pieces. And that I have got my Full Delight, which is a tobacco and vanilla. That is really nice, that one. I'm not a big tobacco fan either, but it's more of a custardy kind of taste with a like slight, how can you explain it? A slight hint of burnt taste to it. It's that nice kind of. Got that. What else have I got? Obviously, me Real Purge truck, Nald, Black Edition, with me Aquitas on. That I've got Psycho Bunny Well Baked in that one. Oh, that is just gorgeous. That it's a Bakewell tart. Ooh. Also, I have got new things. Yes, I have got the Nada RDA. I got that at the weekend at Vape Fest. I'm in and ahhing about it. It's got very remnants of the drop deck, but it's also got bottom airflow that you can close off with like little screws, like little caps underneath. So at the present moment, I'm using side airflow, not bottom airflow, and needs a little bit more work before I do a review of that one. What else have I got? I have got me Drop Dead. I had to remember it. Got me Drop Dead. I got that at the weekend as well. That's on my V-Guard Pro Series 2, which I think is a nice little setup. Homebrew Lemonade on that one. And lastly but not leastly, I've got me Dead Rabbit SQ on my Aspire Squonker Plonker. Still need to get a decent Squonker. I've been tempted. Them Knucklehead Vapes have got them. Is it Raiders? What are they called?
Squeezers.
The squeezers. Yeah, I've been tempted. They're only about 30 odd quid. No.
Yep. Stay there. Bear with me.
MF, Jules, Huggles, happy birthday, Jules. Happy birthday to you, sweetheart. Shane, good evening. Simon, good evening. Matt, Bill. Yes. Now I got the Boxer. I bought the Boxer, and I had it for 20 minutes. Literally had it for 20 minutes. I put a 0.11 ohm coil in it, which I thought was respectable. You know, it's not too low. I'd melted the button.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Oh. Now, I regularly run a 0.1, 0.12 on this. Never had a problem.
Yeah. Is it internal silver? Or is it brass or copper?
Yeah, no, internals are silver. Using the recurve on this at the moment. So, where are you?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Could probably do with a good clean.
I love the positive and negative.
Yeah.
Is that someone that needs glasses? I love that. Are they an additional then? Or does it come with them?
Not something I put on there. They were there.
They do look like someone. No, which way? I'll get some stickers.
Exactly.
Right. Obviously, you are my guest, and we're going to learn a little bit about you. So, do you want me to tell the people in chat your vaping journey? How did you get into vaping? And just let's hear your story.
Well, I'd dabbled with vaping a couple of times, but it never really sort of stuck. So I carried on the smoking, and then unfortunately, it's over a year ago now. My wife Julie, she's a part of 50 as well, she became very ill and ended up in hospital. And because it was to do with her respiratory system, I decided that that's it. I'm going to stop smoking and seriously start vaping, and no, I haven't looked back.
And how long ago was that?
It's about just over a year ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 18 months it's been going on. So yeah.
So what was your first setup then? What was your first dabble?
Very first one was the the Wismec, was it 3 battery one?
The Rulo.
The Rulo, that's it.
I mean, you went straight into it, didn't you?
I went to a vape shop and they said, "Oh, this is a nice setup." I don't know whether he had a job lot to get rid of or what, but it was good because obviously the battery life is fantastic on them. But what put me off was the actual stock coil thing, because I was finding that I was going through coils every couple of days, every 2 or 3 days, and it was becoming extremely expensive. And that's when I found YouTube reviewers, KHV, Adam there, and a few others, and got into the dripping side of things, and RTAs, building, and all that, and really started to enjoy it. Yeah.
Cool. So what was your juices? Did you go onto like tobaccos, or did you straight away go into your various flavours or things like that?
Yeah, it was various flavours. The first one I ever had was Momo, So Delish.
I mean, you did go into something real posh, you.
Weird, man. Yeah, very strange. But it was quite nice. But I've found that my taste buds have changed now, and I've gone from fruit to I like more custards and desserts than fruit.
So obviously, it went from there to obviously you've got the Facebook group and that. Are you thinking about doing reviewing and things like that yourself?
I don't think so. I'm not really that kind of personality to do that. I'm quite happy to watch you chaps do it properly.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm not saying we do it properly. Oh, definitely not. So, when you actually started vaping, did you was it an easy process, or did you find it difficult? Was you dual fueling and things like that?
No, I did just switch off and just started vaping, and I've got to admit that I have gone back to cigarettes occasionally, and I'll be honest with you, I don't enjoy it anymore. You know, and I smoked for all of my adult life, so 20 a day easily. I smoke roll up, so it's hard to say. It might even have been more. But now I just enjoy the vaping. I feel as though I get more out of vaping, with flavour wise, obviously cloud wise. I enjoy that, and I enjoy the mods as well. I mean, what I'm on tonight is regulated, but I have got tubes. My favourite one was the broadside from KHV.
Yeah.
And also a great friend of mine sent me a KHV Mongol with number 50 on it, which is
nice one.
Yeah, very, very nice. It's a great gift, and it's pride of place.
Oh, brilliant. Well, hey Joe, we best get on to it. So 50 vapes, what is 50 vapes?
Well, I saw everyone with their groups, and I thought, I'll give it a go and see what happens. And with me and Jimmy were sitting there one night, and we were trying to think of names for it. I couldn't think of anything, she couldn't think of anything. And then all of a sudden, 50 popped up in my head. Now, this is the first time anyone knows why it's called 50. And I'm sorry if you were waiting for a big, inspiring story of... but it's not. My next birthday in October the 2nd, and I will accept cards with money in, I'm 50. And that was it.
And that's the reason why.
As simple as that.
I was trying to work it out. One of the first things that actually came to mind, it was sort of like how can you put it without being offensive, a more mature group.
RIP's group.
silver vapors.
There are plenty of us there, Mark. There are plenty of us there. But luckily enough, we've got a good spread of young vapors as well.
Oh, you certainly have, definitely. So, when you created the Facebook group, what was your idea behind the group? What was your, how could we say, your inspiration? How did you want it to grow, and what did you want it to be about?
Well, as I say, I had a close affiliation with Adam and Knucklehead. I saw the community that they got there, and I enjoyed being part of that community. So I just wanted 50 to become just a place where people can come and just say hello and you know, share tips and stories, and you know, I mean, you don't have to even put vaping stuff on there. If you want to put jokes on there, you know, I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah. So you're open to new vapors and seasoned vapors. It's that kind of a group.
Absolutely. I'm not interested in the vaping elite personally. You know, if you're a seasoned vapor and you haven't got time for people who are on a vape pen, then you're not really welcome at 50, because we want people to come and join us and vape, no matter what they're vaping, and be happy and comfortable in that.
So we've got quite a nice admin group. Are they the people sort of like we can get in touch with if we've got questions and things like that?
Oh, definitely. I mean, you've got Christopher. He's an American. You probably won't understand much of what he says. But he's a great lad. So, you know, and Darren, he's got his head on upside down, lovely fella. And Ted, they're all good vapors, knowledgeable, and they're very welcoming as well. They want people to come in, they want people to be a part of it, and not just sit in the background watching what everyone else is doing, just, you know, jumping. No need to be embarrassed if you're vaping, you know, something that's not brand new or up to date or the latest whatever. Just come and join and be a part of it.
Excellent. So what is the plan for the future of 50 Vapes? Is there anything that you'd like to see happen, or is there anything that you're planning in the future for the actual group? Maybe vape meets and things like that? Would that be something that you'd be looking at?
I actually would like to do something like that, yes. Maybe first of all we could all meet at Expo or something like that, and later on down the line do something where it's just 50, you know, when we've got enough people that we can, it's just not really you standing around the barbecue. Yeah. You know, and just be sociable, so we'll get to know one another.
It's cool, honestly, and obviously I'm a member of the 50 Vapes, and honestly I've got to say it is such a nice, refreshing change to be so welcomed. A lot of face groups I've been in with, and I wouldn't say it's elitist or anything like that, but they're very, how can you put it politely? They're not very understanding of sort of like new vapors, because obviously they repeat the similar, or should we say very similar questions. And I've always believed that any question is a good question, it's never a bad one. I think the only question that's a bad one is the question that you don't ask, to be honest with you. But exactly. you do get a lot of that, oh God, we've got a new vapor in, he's going to ask the same old questions again, and they get ridiculed and things like that. Whereas obviously 50 Vapes, very, very welcoming, and everyone seems to rally round, which I really do like. So we have a competition running on 50 Vapes, so would you like to tell people about this? What it's all about?
Darren's not going to thank me for this, because I've been reading the rules he's written down for me, and Darren, I didn't need a book. Right. Basically what we're doing is we're running a competition where over the course of 2 lives, this live and one of Christopher's lives, which will be announced on 50, there will be questions embedded in the live. So we'd like you to watch it, answer the question, but don't give us the answers, keep the answers, and then on 50, when the lives are done, we will ask you to give our answers, the correct answers. We'll then go forward to the final part, and that is for £100 worth of vaping equipment from anywhere you like, wherever you want to get it from, be that KHV or eSig1 or anywhere.
Wow, so that's £100 of vape gear you can buy for yourself. Wow, that is some serious competition, that. So, do we have a question?
We do, and I can't see it.
Well, I'll put the question up. The question is, and I'll leave the question on there for for the rest of the show. The question is, what law is used to calculate your coil's resistance? So there you go. So we'll talk about a bit more about the competition. So the whole idea of the competition is that they answer this question, or should I say, save this question. Then they watch Chris's live show, and he'll ask us a question. Then obviously them two questions will be asked on the actual 50 Vapes Facebook group. That right? Have I got that right?
Yeah, and whoever's got the correct answers, obviously, if there's a dozen people, they will go into the final stage. And,
for 100 quid's worth of vape gear. I mean,
that's a real decent setup. And it can be whatever you want, whether that's cotton or a mod, anything you like, anything up to that.
I've been asked in chat from a gentleman called Lethal Coils, can I temporarily leave as an admin? I think that's to you, Bill.
I'm sorry, Chris, I only speak English.
So, has anybody got any questions for Bill or for my good self in chat? We have got a lot of people in chat at the moment, and don't forget to hit that thumbs up, please. Always appreciated. Thumbs up in the corner there. Over Bill there. No. That is awesome. So, obviously the competition that you came up with, whose idea was that? Was that Darren's or yours jointly?
No, it was the three of us, four of us really. We've all come up with it. Darren has really done the real difficult work of putting it together and getting everything set up correctly. But we've all had our input into it, and so it's very much a team effort.
Bluminette, we have got royalty in the house tonight. Good evening, Vaping Fagan. Wow. Good evening, sir. Pleased to meet you. Nice to have you in chat. I feel quite honoured. Bluminette. And we have another special guest in the actual house. We have got Adam from Great British Vapes, or Great GBV Nations. I do apologise, Adam. So good evening, sir. So 50 Vapes, obviously we'll be meeting up at Expo. Is there sort of like anything actually been planned or anything like that, or is it just a general?
No, just whoever's going. I mean, myself, I'm not a dead cert, but I know Darren's going, and a few others. Hopefully, I can make it. Because I'd love to meet everyone, and obviously there's other people who want to meet as well. I'd love to meet Adam, KHV, and lots of people actually, and yourself.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I can't wait. So you're friends with obviously the Knucklehead Vapes, but obviously 50 Vapes hasn't got anything to do with Knucklehead Vapes, though, has it?
No, not really. I mean, some people seem to think that we are Knucklehead Light, but we're not. We are a completely different group. But we're good friends. All of us, a lot of us are members of Knucklehead. It's a great community, great place to be. But this is 50.
Bless you. Right. Well, it's coming up to nearly the 1/2 hour. This is when we sort of like I start asking you questions. So I've got some questions for you, and we'll go for vape related questions that I always ask the special guest that I have on. Right. The first question is, what does vaping mean to you now?
In a word, life. It is that simple. I was smoking too much, and it started to have a bad effect on my health. So it was stop or be stopped. And I much prefer the vaping now. I mean, I'm a year down the line of vaping, and I enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy it. The only time I do stumble is when I have a drink.
You're right. Is that when it's sort of like so? Yeah, I can appreciate that one. I've been smoking. I've been vaping now. I've been smoke free for 7 years.
Yeah.
So,
Excellent.
and I haven't had a cigarette in 7 years. So, yeah, I can't believe it. So, like, one of the guys at work, he still smokes, but dual fuels, and it's so like I can tell he's had a cigarette before he's even got into my office.
That is amazing. You can smell that from yards away.
Yeah, it's just weird how it is now.
Yeah.
So yeah, right. The next question is, for a new person starting vaping, what would you recommend as a starter kit?
Well, funny enough, my mum, for instance, she's just started vaping. What was it? About 4 months ago now, and I got her into it and started her just on a pen. And she has tobacco flavoured e-liquid, and she's not had a cigarette for 4 months now. She said she feels much better and she's happy with the pen. So she will stick with that, you know, and if she's happy with that, good on her. But starters, I would say, actually, if you're starting now, I would say that would be your ideal setup.
The dove
drag.
bowl.
Because the drag with the gene chip is fantastic. I personally think that chip is better than most. It's cheap enough, and these new tanks are brilliant. Are really good. That is a pretty good setup for a beginner, and it will last you a good while.
So my next question for you, money no object, what would be your dream setup?
Ooh.
And you've got to answer why.
I think it possibly would be something Indonesian. I can't give you a name, but there are a lot of mods, and the best reviewer for the Indonesian side of things is the Bogan, because obviously he's over that way, and he gets a lot of mods from there, high end. Yeah, something like that, or something purge. Do like most purge mods.
Yeah, I do like my purge mods.
They are nice.
I can't help. I am addicted to purge. Every May, when I go to Expo, guarantee I'll buy a purge. It's sort of like my one treat. Normally, I mean, I've got lots of clones, mechs. I'm big into my mechs. I've got a lot of clones, but I always go out and buy a proper purge. It's just my one treat of the year, and I save up for it, and yeah, I've got. It's like got me. I was so chuffed when I got this. Absolutely so chuffed. I really am. And it never leaves me. Literally never leaves me. I've never took it outside yet. I've never took it outside. I did. Well, it cost me, what were it, 200, was it 225 quid? Something like that. And it's so like, this is probably the most expensive mod I have ever bought in my life. But it's so like, I finally got a posh one.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the Purge Back to Basics V2 the year before, and that cost me 180. And I think that was my most expensive mod I'd ever bought. So yeah, I do like a nice posh mod. Right, on to other questions. Right, what are your 3 favourite albums and why?
Right, this is an eclectic mix. Madness.
Cool.
One Step Beyond. Because I had that when I was a kid, and I still listen to it, and it's still fantastic music. Next one would be Pink Floyd.
Which one?
I think that would be Wish You Were Here would come top there.
Do you know something? Are you on about Wish You Were Here? I always remember I was, how old would I have been? Probably about 6 or 7. And I was watching Tony Hart, on children's programs. And he did a drawing of hang gliders. And in the background music was Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Obviously, I didn't know at the time, obviously being a kid. And that was my first introduction to Pink Floyd. Just like, I'm now a mega big fan of Pink Floyd.
Well, my first introduction was 79. My granddad bought me The Wall.
Nice. That is a good start.
That's where I got into it, and ever since then I've loved them. And the third one, I don't know. I've got an album I like at the moment that I keep playing in the car, which is, I forget what it's called. It's Five Finger Death Punch's new album.
All right, yeah. I don't know what it's called, but I know who they are.
No, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, no, it's a good album. I just like it because it's heavy and it's... I can shout at the top of my voice in the car.
Cool, I like that one, yeah. So, my next question is, as a young boy, whose poster did you have on your wall?
Barry Sheen.
Barry Sheen? And why?
I love everything motorbikes.
Yeah?
I always have, yeah.
Do you own you got a motorbike?
Not at the moment, no. I'm hoping to get back in the saddle in October.
Oh, nice, what are you getting?
I don't know yet. I've seen quite a few that I like. I'm starting at the bottom again. Going to take my licence hopefully not long after. So a 125. There's a lot out there, but a YZF would be nice. But
so are you a racer boy then?
No, not anymore. What I used to be. I used to, not anymore. No, I've not got the knees or elbows for it.
Oh, bless.
I might get on it, but not get off it.
So what is your day job?
Me, I am a delivery driver.
For a well-known company?
For a very well-known company, yeah, the biggest supermarket we have.
Oh, so one of the big ones. So what, are you the guy that delivers it, so like we order it, you deliver it? Or are you one of the guys that delivers the big trucks?
No, I deliver it to your doorstep.
Your doorstep?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, there's a lot worse things I could be doing.
Well, yeah, true. So, obviously, with working and obviously being a delivery driver, does that affect your vaping? Are you allowed to vape, or do you...
Well, that's one of the beauties of vaping. If you leave the windows open, by the time you get back to the yard, it's all gone anyway. So, not like when you're on the fags, it gets in everything, and it's so. But no, I don't. If my boss sees this, no, I've never vaped in the van.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you into trouble. I never meant actually in the van, but so how long have you been doing that then?
3 days.
You've been doing it 3 days?
Yeah, I've literally just changed my job, yeah. Before that I was part of a site operations team on a big estate in South London. Just general maintenance, cleaning, that sort of thing. Nothing interesting.
Oh, there's always interesting. So, have you got an unusual story?
Unusual story?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an awful question.
Oh, I do give awful ones.
It's an awful question. Not really. No, I mean unusual. I've lived in New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know something? I've always wanted to go to New Zealand.
Fantastic place.
Absolutely good. I mean, so like obviously I like me Lord of the Rings and things like that, so I know where things were filmed and that. And the landscape's gorgeous.
It's amazing. When you say you see a fern, just a normal fern, you realise when you get there that they're as big as houses. these ferns are so big, and trees hundreds of feet tall, and the landscape is prehistoric. It's amazing, beautiful place. Great people as
Was
well.
you in the north or the south?
I was right at the very southern tip of the North Island in Wellington.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice
Yeah,
there.
very nice indeed.
Oh God,
Yeah.
but it's quite a different landscape all the way. It's very much like this country, isn't it? How it can change scenes. So obviously you've got your mountains and all that lot, and then obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a place I'd love to go. So how long did you live there for?
2 years we were there. Yeah, 2 years.
Oh,
yeah,
blimey,
yeah, it was really, really nice. So unfortunately we had to come back, but c'est la vie. But my eldest daughter Alex, she's going back on the 29th. She's going back to New Zealand to live. So she'll be 21 Christmas.
Yeah.
And she's going to make a new life, and I hope she does really well.
Oh, blooming heck. I bet you're right. Well, proud, but slightly. Yeah, I can. That's a serious mixed emotion. I can imagine.
Yes, definitely.
Really chuffed, but I don't want you to go. But I want you to go. It's one of them ones.
Absolutely.
But 21, yeah, it's a good time to go, really, isn't it?
Absolutely.
21, especially. Yeah. So my next question. What are you most proud of?
My wife. Yeah. Yeah, she's been through a hell of a lot over the last 18 months. And she keeps going, and she looks after me. And yeah, I'm extremely proud of her. I love her to pieces, yeah, definitely.
That is an awesome answer, absolutely. In fact, that's one of the best answers so far. You nearly had me choked up there, dude. Right, on a lighter note, if you could create your own RDA, what would you call it? Oh, tank.
Ooh. I think, do you know what? I would stick with it, and I would just call it the 50.
There you go, people in chat. You just remember that. So, you obviously rebuild, obviously. Which is your favourite? Are you a postless or post person?
I'll be honest with you, I am a big fan of the drop and the rabbit. I love the goo. See, I don't have a favourite. There are so many that I enjoy, and so many different reasons I enjoy them. There's only one thing I don't like about RTAs and RDAs, and that is the screws. Me and the screws don't get on.
Yeah, terrible.
So yeah, but other than that, I mean, postless. I think that for me personally, the drop is the best that I've used for simplicity, ease of build, and speed of build as well.
I mean, I always thought the Velocity was probably about the best deck ever, but to be honest with you, I think now, in sort of like 2018, I think the drop is. I really do. It's so. Whereas the Velocity deck, yes, it was easy to build, but actually cutting leads and things like that was a little bit more tricky. Whereas on the drop, obviously, you just underneath clip, done, jobs are good.
Not so easy.
Right, my other question for you is, what don't you like about the vaping community?
Snobbery. I don't like snobbery in any form, but I truly believe that the vaping community should be a community that nurtures people who are just starting and makes them welcome, because the one thing we're all trying to do is stop smoking. And if we can get anyone to stop smoking, that's a great thing. So I don't like people that, like you say, ridicule new vapors or he smokes, he vapes a pen Now, that doesn't matter. What you're not doing is smoking, and that is what we're all about.
The question I have just been asked in chat, and 50 Vapes. What do you think of the shuttle mech from Russia Custom Mods? To be honest with you, my brain won't work and I can't think what it looks like. I'll be genuinely honest. There's a lot of things coming out of Russia Custom Mods that I think are absolutely gorgeous. I think they've really... Besides, obviously, I am a Purge fan, and obviously that's American side, but I think a lot of the Russians are coming out with some really nice ones. The El Thunder, I do really like the El Thunder, and I like the GLM V2 as well. But that one, I'm going to have to relook it. It's probably something I've seen, it's so like, I like that one, but can't remember the name. I'm terrible. Mark, press the wrong button. Have I pressed the wrong button? Why have I pressed the wrong button? I hope not. So while we're getting up to the quarter two is our usual time to ask us a question anyway. So if you want to start firing in your questions, that would be absolutely awesome. Well, we're at it. What's your favourite juice? What is your juice of the day type of flavour? What are you?
Well, I've had a lot of problem with juice at the moment. For the last 2 or 3 months, I can't taste a lot of juices. But as I say, my favourite would be the Dark Star peanut butter ice cream. Definitely that one for me. Or there's the glazed donuts I like. Who was that from? Can't remember. Anything donutty, cakey, creamy. That's me.
Right, regarding the cut-off, that wasn't me. That will have been YouTube being playing around and being silly devils. Sorry if you've lost it. If you just want to refresh, you should be all right. So, sorry, Bill, say that again. I do apologise. I was trying to just sort that little problem out. So, what's your main flavour now?
It would be the Dark Star peanut butter ice cream. I really enjoy that. But I'll be honest with you, anything... dessert, cake, custard, anything like that.
So, have you got anything on your shopping list coming up?
No, I'm good at the moment. I've got everything I need. All I need is the peripherals. I need some more cotton, some more wire, and I might have to buy another Zeus because I cross-threaded mine.
We've got a question from GBV Nation. Has Bill ever tried Lemon Lush from the Rochford Project?
Nope.
You need to.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, yeah. If you like lemon, Lemon Lush is probably about the best lemon lush. It's a best way of explaining it. It's Mr. Kipling's lemon drizzle cake.
Oh, nice.
And it is the most nicest one. If you like moo moo juice, lemon, you will love this even more. It's an absolute gorgeous one.
Shopping list it is.
Has either Mark or Bill used the... I can't even pronounce that. Taika tripod? No biscuits. I'm not quite sure what that is. No, definitely don't know that one. Yeah, Adam has turned around and said it is liquid crack. You will definitely need to sort that out. Yes, you get it from a company called Rochford Project, which a lad called Jay I know very well, and he is such a lovely lad. So yeah, please, if you ever get a chance to try it, please do try it. What was the poster you had on your bedroom wall? My juice is in hell. On my poster, I had Blondie. She was on my wall for quite some time. Oh, Debbie Harry. I also had Frankie Goes to Hollywood on my wall for a good bit. What else did I have on the wall? See, I'm not into football or anything like that, so I didn't have any football people on there. I think I ended up having Iron Maiden people like that. I think by the time I turned into my teens, it was so like I had loads of rock posters and all that kind of stuff all over. So, Bill, while we're here, have you got any questions?
Yes. So how long have you in the guise of SoulOhm been going?
I started exactly, it's coming up to the channel's birthday at the end of the month. I've been doing the reviewing 3 years. And this channel, I've only just recently started my own live vlogging. I think I've been doing it now for about 3 months, maybe a bit more. And the reason behind me actually doing my live show, I wanted to do a, should we say, grim green type vlog. Yeah. But by time, if you just don't realise how long it takes to actually make an hour video. So I was getting home from work, doing the recording, then all the editing, and it worked out in the 3-hour period I was only actually producing a 40-minute video.
Really?
So it was a long time. It was more the editing than anything else, because obviously you had your little tiny sections. So I came up with the idea that it was sort of like, well, if I do it all live, there's no cuts, there's no edits or anything like that, plus I'm getting the interaction with the people that subscribe to me as well. So that was the idea behind what I do this. Plus, I can get guests on, and we can have a chat and a natter and a chinwag. So that was it. So, right, we're coming up to nearly the 10 to the hour. So do you want to go over the quiz again for the people in chat? Obviously, the question is down there.
Basically, there is a question, obviously, that Mark just pointed out to you in this live, and in one of Lethal Coil's, Christopher's lives, there will be another question. Keep them to yourself. And then on 50, we will ask you all to give us your answers. Whoever's got the right answers will go into a poll and onto the final process. I'm not sure what we're doing there, so bear with me. Darren's the man to talk to.
So basically what's happening is we've got 2 questions on 2 live shows. You've got this question here on this live show. Chris is going to be doing his live show. He will be asking a question. And when obviously these 2 questions have been asked, you need to save them answers. And then on the 50 Vapes Facebook group, you will be asked to answer them 2 questions. Once they have been put into a hat, then obviously the winner is going to be drawn out, and that's for £100 worth of wherever you like to spend it on vape gear. How cool is that? Is that the best way of explaining it?
That was much better than the rambling way I was going.
So our question on this live show is, what law is used to calculate your coil's resistance? And obviously on Chris's show, he will be asking his question as well. So obviously keep them together in your head or on a bit of paper. And then obviously when it gets announced on the 50 Vapes Facebook group, obviously then you enter both of them answers on the group. So obviously pop over, join the group, have a chinwag, it'll be awesome. And you get a chance to win £100 worth of vape gear. 100 quid. I mean, that is just brilliant, I think. Absolutely brilliant. So we're going to wrap this up in a bit. Has anybody got any more final questions? 50 Bates, any thoughts about the new Hammer of God? I do like the Hammer of God. I really, really do like it. Do you?
I've never had one, but they look fantastic, and I would like to own them.
Have you, one about, while we're talking about mods, have you seen the Purge mod that fires on the side?
Like a trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can't remember what it's called, though.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I've been so like umming and ahhing and...
one of our members has got a fantastic little mod. I believe it's an 18650 mod with a tube mod with a little side trigger, much like that, and it really does look good.
I know, is it AV that brought one out, and that one looks like it. You know how you have a pen?
Yes.
You know how you hook your pen on your side? It looks more like that you fire it. I know Mike's Mex reviews, he got one. Mike Vapes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I know Mike Vapes has got one. Yeah, definitely. But I think that's the AV version. But I know Purge brought one out, and it just looks like a strip of Delrin, doesn't it? Or not Delrin. Wee wee. No, wee wee. Ultim.
Oh, God, dude.
We're all technical here, you know. We're all technical. Frozen wee. Dear gosh. Armageddon grip. That's what it's called. AD, you are awesome. Yeah. Only thing that I'm worried about that is how do you lock it? That was one of the concerns I have about it. Obviously, I've not actually physically held one, but I've obviously seen pictures of it, and it's so like, yeah, the only worry that I've got with that type of mod, how do you lock it? Because obviously mechs like this version, obviously they either have a locking ring or they won't fire if you put them down. But where it's on a side,
yeah, that's just not a good pocket mod.
Oh god, definitely not. No, definitely not. So, is there anybody got any questions? You seem like you're very, very quiet in chat tonight. It's very quiet. And we do have royalty in chat. I can't believe we've got royalty in chat. It's amazing. The Armageddon one does lock at the button. Right. How does that work, Shane? Do we know?
Maybe it twists.
Yeah. What happened to 8 o'clock? I don't know.
What's the question?
I don't know what's happening at 8 o'clock. Darren asked what Bill's favourite all-time mod is. What's your favourite all-time mod?
It has to be. If you bear with me 1 minute and I'll show you.
Thanks, Jules.
It's that little beauty.
Oh, nice. That's the...
That's the one that's got... It's 50 on the side. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, that's very nice.
But that is a beauty, that.
I've also been asked, Bill, what's your main goal for the group?
Get as many people to stop smoking as we can.
That's a good one, that one.
Yeah,
MFA. Jules, of course you are the royalty. You have always been royalty here. You're my exclusive secretary. Always will be. Bill, say hello to Jules, please.
Hello, Jules.
And it's her birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday for yesterday.
Yes, Timmy, it was the mongrel. Yes, yes. It is very nice, the mongrel. I keep on meaning to get one. I've had a go at one, but I've never actually owned one. It's one of those.
There's a lot of them for sale.
And they're not expensive, really, for a genuine mod.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're not bad at all, and they're a lovely little mod.
Oh, Scott, he's a massive Underdog fan. Well, I've got an Underdog. I've got an Underdog V1.
Yes.
They're a nice mod. I met the guy, is it James, from CCC, isn't it? Cloud Chasing Club, if I remember rightly. Met him up at Doncaster. Doncaster did the Vape Collective the first year, and that's when I met him. When he'd just not long started doing his own stuff. He was doing other stuff before that, and he came out with the Underdog. And yeah, God, that's a long time ago. That. Do they still do the V2?
I think they do. Yeah, I think they still do it.
Yeah, it seems to like a company that's sort of like just kind of disappeared. Yeah, because normally you see them at the especially like Vape Fest that I was at the weekend. It was sort of like normally places like that, but no.
Must be very difficult for builders of the actual mods because there's so much competition there that you know they must get drained and so easy to disappear.
You've got a few in your collection now. Wow, you're collecting them. Sorry, MF, I missed you, MF. For the 4th time, I do apologise, kiddo. It's hard keeping up with chat as well. Right, just bear with me. It's only a problem when it's live. MF, 50 Babes, as you are the South Londoner, do you support the mighty Crystal Palace?
No, I don't. Wash your mouth out. No, I'm afraid I am the arch enemy of every football fan. I'm a Millwall supporter.
No, I'm sorry. I'm one of these gentlemen that don't follow football, so I have not got a clue.
Completely.
Are they doing well in football?
We managed to throw away a 2-goal lead at the weekend, so it's going at our usual pace at the moment.
Bless you. Right, well, I'm going to be wrapping up in a moment, so we just want to go over that competition over at 50 Vapes. Obviously, it's Facebook/50 Vapes. That's the easiest way to explain it. Obviously, I have put the up the top there. That's the actual official address, but obviously, if you just type in 50 Vapes over on Facebook page, and then join the group, that's always great. And then obviously we can have a good old natter. The question obviously in this live episode is, what law is used to calculate your coil's resistance? So write that down on a piece of paper, and the next question will be coming up on Chris's live show, which will be announced on 50 Vapes. So obviously stay tuned for that one. Watch him, and then you've got the 2 questions, and then you've got your chance to win £100 worth of vape gear, wherever you want to buy it from. How cool is that? I mean, that is absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to wrap this show up. I just want to give a big shout out to Bill. Thank you so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed it.
Thanks for having me, Mark. It's been terrific. Thank you, mate.
And lovely. I want to give a shout out to my little admin team that we've got here. Obviously Jules, we've got Orion, we've got GBV, MF Vapes, and obviously Adam, you're part of the admin team as well. Thank you for looking after chat. I do really appreciate it. Right, like I said, I am going to wrap this up now, so just want to give you all a big thank you. Don't forget to go and check out the Vape UK network over there. They are doing some wonderful things, so please go and check them out. From me and from Bill, thank you very much, and I will see you all over at 50 Vapes. Thanks ever so much, and as always, happy vaping. Night all.